Hello, hello. All right. Uh, it looks like it's been an interesting weekend as far as the news. Let's put it that way. Let's get through the news and then look at CoinMarketCap and see what the newest crypto trends are as far as the pricing. Hello there, Binance user 3F8D1. Nice to have you with us. Uh, thanks for the likes. Haven't even started the show yet. Today is the 2nd of October, 2023. It looks like we might be facing an Uptober, a kind of bull run. We'll see how this goes. But let's jump into the news and see what's going on outside of the most hyped things. Meta CEO showcases photorealistic interview in the metaverse. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg had a photorealistic interview in the metaverse with AI researcher Lex Friedman. Artificial intelligence and the road to immersive reality. So as with Meta's Reality Labs, the duo recorded a podcast that showcased the potential of this cutting-edge technology. That's cool. I haven't seen it yet, but that's fascinating that's becoming a more common thing. Mosaic Exchange Limited and owner accused of running fraudulent crypto scheme. So here's one of our scams for the day. Hi, GM Momin. Nice to have you with us. CFTC has accused Mosaic Exchange Limited and its founder, Sean Michael, of orchestrating a fraudulent digital asset commodity scheme. They enticed investors by offering an algorithm with alleged profit margins of up to 60% per month. If you're just joining the crypto crowd now, if anybody promises you like a huge percentage of growth or profit margin a month, like this, that's a huge red flag. An investigation revealed that some of the funds entrusted to Mosaic were misappropriated and diverted for Sean Michael's personal expenses. Okay, that's a common scam. Epic Game increases Fortnite V-Bucks prices as inflation mounts. Epic Games has announced an increase in the price of the Fortnite V-Bucks. Economic uncertainty and the workforce reduction at the firm. Thus, they've been firing people too. From its current price of $7.99 to $8.99 within a month. So it's going up $1. Meanwhile, the largest pack of 13,500 V-Bucks will increase from its current $79.99 to $89.99. So it'll go up $10. That's quite a lot. Hi, I'm Amin Khan and Malik 4800. Nice to have you guys with us. Three Arrows drama unfolds as co-founder Suzu faces jail time in Singapore. Suzu, co-founder of the now defunct crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital, has been arrested in Singapore. Creditors claim the fund owes up to $3.5 billion, with liquidators seeking to recover approximately $1.3 billion from founders Suzu and Kyle Davies. The Monetary Authority of Singapore recently imposed 9-year prohibition orders on Suzu and Kyle Davies. Yikes. The SEC accuses 4 men of insider trading via Xbox audio chat. What? The SEC has accused a financial analyst and 3 other men of sharing insider information via Xbox audio chat, uncovering the use of gaming platforms in financial misconduct. That's a new use for Xbox chat. That's kind of like War Thunder being used to find military secrets. There have been 13 leaks, I think, already on War Thunder in that regard. So like Xbox chat being used for financial insider trading and that kind of thing is that's kind of entertaining. Not surprising, actually. Bitwise shifts gears. Ethereum futures ETFs take center stage amid Bitcoin ETF challenge. So Bitwise Asset Manager, a prominent U.S. crypto index fund manager, has filed for 2 new Ethereum futures ETFs, AE and BTOP. Bitwise has submitted an amended application for its spot Bitcoin ETF, addressing concerns raised by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in their previous denial. So they're working both for the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, doing what they can in that sense. What effect do BTC ETFs have on the crypto market? something we've been wondering for quite some time. Bitcoin ETFs have become the talk of the crypto town, with unanswered questions and a lack of clarity of when they will be approved and their impact on the DeFi ecosystem. ETFs offer investors a regulated means of gaining exposure to various asset classes, including Bitcoin, and the approval of a BTC ETF could democratize investment in the crypto sector. Crypto analysts point out that a BTC ETF might generate an estimated $600 billion in new demand, more than doubling Bitcoin's current market cap of approximately $550 billion. Hi, Joe Bundle, Binance user 3F8D1. Nice to have you with us. I just realized that you've been with us since the beginning today. So still nice to have you with us, as always. That's a lot of Bitcoin getting bought up if that happens. ETH prices skyrocket on the back of the possibility that an ETH ETF could be approved any minute. Valkyrie received regulatory approval to include Ethereum futures exposure in its existing Bitcoin strategy ETF, BTF. If Ethereum ETFs are approved, there's a likelihood the Ether's price could surge above the 2,200 mark. Hi, Hacker MJ user 8A46F. And Honey Malik 1, nice to have you guys with us. Google Cloud is set to serve as a validator on the Polygon proof-of-stake network. I almost misread that. Google Cloud joins the Polygon proof-of-stake network as a validator. Many in the blockchain world have pointed out that this move represents more than simply another collaboration. It represents the coming together of established tech titans and emerging blockchain platforms. Google Cloud describes its relationship with Polygon Labs as an ongoing strategic collaboration. So we've done partnerships, we've done scams today. What do we have left to do? Done some price analysis. VanEck announces generous donations from Ethereum strategy ETF profits. VanEck announces a decade-long commitment to donate 10% of its Ethereum strategy ETF profits to the Protocol Guild, a collective of Ethereum core contributors. While Ethereum ETFs gain momentum with expected approvals on October 2nd, Bitcoin ETFs face delays from the SEC, highlighting the dynamic nature of the cryptocurrency market. So we could be seeing some news there today. Okay. Crypto impersonation scandal. Westport police triumph in retrieving $3 million from Kraken. An elaborate scam impersonating the Kraken cryptocurrency exchange deceived a Westport local, leading to the theft of over $3 million in Bitcoin. Thanks to the combined efforts of state and local police, the stolen funds were traced to Pakistan, and a full $3.2 million was recovered and returned to the victim. Well done. Hi, USDT Abdo. Nice to have you with us. And 08519 Lion. Nice to have you with us as well. You guys are being extremely active in the comments right now. Mostly about boxes, but still, it's still kind of impressive. All right. Goldman Sachs oversight slip up leads to huge CFTC settlement. Goldman Sachs has agreed to pay $3 million to settle allegations by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The company's internal controls failed to prevent a potentially disruptive futures trade, and the firm did not adequately disclose the issues to the agency. Goldman also recently agreed to pay $6 million in a separate settlement with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So that's $9 million in all to the CFTC and SEC recently for Goldman Sachs. It's quite a lot. Pond OX DEX surpasses $100 million trading volume amid controversy. About to find out which controversy. Hi, Irfan Hussein 786. Nice to have you with us. Pond 0x DEX announced a $100 million trading volume, but its PNDX token launch faced criticism due to unconventional methods and potential technical flaws. Despite allegations of being a scam and technical vulnerabilities, Pond 0x continues to receive strong support, indicating a divided opinion in the crypto community. Yeah, usually when people support something that's not necessarily above board, they're wrong, but that, you know, you can A broken clock is correct twice a day, right? Valkyrie halts on Ether futures contracts amid SEC delays and ETF uncertainty. Okay, let me read that again. Valkyrie halts on Ether futures contracts amid SEC delays and ETF uncertainty. Okay, that makes more sense. Valkyrie Asset Management has decided to postpone any purchases of Ether futures contracts until the SEC approves its proposed Ether-related ETF. The SEC has also delayed decisions on multiple other cryptocurrency ETFs, including Valkyrie's own Bitcoin ETF, contributing to market uncertainty. Valkyrie's sudden reversal comes amidst a backdrop of a looming U.S. government shutdown and SEC's increased scrutiny over the crypto ETF landscape. Hello, anonymous user 59A03. Nice to have you with us. Hi, Leopold Stotch. Nice to have you with us as well. Bitcoin's tussle with uncertainty as U.S. government shutdown looms hours away. That's not happening anymore. We'll talk about that later. New twists in FTX exploit saga as hacker resurfaces. Nearly a year after the FTX exploit that resulted in the loss of $600 million, the unidentified hacker has started moving assets again, specifically 2,500 Ether worth $4 million. This reactivation coincides with the launch of multiple Ethereum-based ETFs in the United States and comes amid regulatory scrutiny from the SEC on crypto ETFs. So maybe they're thinking they can make more money off of it somehow. CZ and Binance Russia, the connection that wasn't? Question mark? COMEX, a new digital currency exchange, is rumored to be closely connected to Binance in Russia. Striking resemblances between COMEX and Binance include design, application programming, and terms of service. Many former Binance veterans have joined COMEX, further fueling speculations. COMEX's refusal to reveal its ownership structure raises eyebrows. Rumors are tricky, and the cryptocurrency world is no stranger to them. Recently, a growing cloud of suspicion has surrounded COMEX, the latest entrant in the digital currency exchange scene, rumored to be a hidden arm of Binance in Russia. This speculation isn't based on mere hearsay, but a set of peculiar occurrences that even a layman could connect. So what is the truth behind this tangled web of associations? Subtle nudges or sheer coincidence? COMEX, the self-proclaimed standalone entity, seems to be wearing the Binance template on its sleeve. From a similar design palette to echoing Binance's application programming methodologies and even the terms of service, the resemblances are striking. The firm has heartily welcomed several former Binance veterans into its fold, as candidly admitted by both parties. While COMEX's team features many ex-Binance enthusiasts, Binance's CEO Changpeng Zhao casually mentioned the possibility of former members of Binance's CIS division joining the new firm. Sure, industry hopping isn't a crime, but when the lines blur between coincidence and strategy, it's bound to raise eyebrows. In a bid to ease the transition for users, Binance seems to have shared specific user experience elements with COMEX as acknowledged by the CEOs themselves. A noble gesture for the user, sure, but in the fiercely competitive realm of digital exchanges, since when do competitors become so altruistic? It's all very genteel, almost too much so. Now, I don't know about you, but when someone isn't upfront about their identity, it makes me wonder what they're hiding. COMEX seems hell-bent on keeping their ownership under wraps. The firm has emphatically denied being a subsidiary or alter ego of Binance, but actions, as they say, speak louder than words, and the refusal to unveil their ownership structure is deafening. Of course, speculation and rumors are a double-edged sword. While Adam Cochran firmly believes that COMEX is Binance's cloak and dagger operation in Russia, others argue that if Binance was indeed playing a shadow game, it would be a slap in the face to their initial intent of exiting Russia. After all, hiding behind a facade is more incriminating than owning up to your operations. Furthermore, Binance's claim that COMEX doesn't serve European and US customers feels like a diversion. After all, if one goes by the rulebook, COMEX users can perform trades without a mandatory know your customer checkup, up to 2 Bitcoins, a significant amount by today's standards. What lies ahead, in a sense or expose? The cryptocurrency arena is known for its volatility, but this isn't just restricted to coin prices. The recent Binance COMEX saga is a testament to that. As outsiders, we can only piece together the breadcrumbs and draw our conclusions. But remember, in the cutthroat digital landscape where money is the game, companies play their cards close to their chests. Only time will determine whether COMEX stands as an independent entity or if it's Binance's backdoor into Russia. Whatever the outcome, it is sure to be a dramatic revelation. We'll see how that goes. Hi, Bukovs, Malik, and Binance user 62F11. Nice to have you guys with us. And Roro no Zoro. I'm sure I mispronounced that. So, blockchain CEO accuses Craig Wright of fraud. Former InChain CEO accuses Craig Wright of fraud and casts doubt on his claim to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the Bitcoin creator. Allegations of a fraudulent conspiracy and document manipulation intensify the controversy surrounding Wright's identity. The cryptocurrency community awaits potential legal battles and watches as the credibility of Craig Wright and Bitcoin Satoshi's vision hang in the balance. Yeah, that's a whole crazy thing. Floki transfers 15.8 billion tokens to DWF Labs linked Binance wallet. Floki's transfer of 15.8 billion tokens to a DWF Labs linked Binance wallet has sparked curiosity in the crypto community. The connection to DWF Labs and the surge in Floki's trading activity have raised questions about the transfer's motives. Floki's recent price increase and its transactions implications are being closely watched by market participants. Interesting. Vitalik Buterin's concerns and proposed solution for DAOs in ETH staking pools. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin is concerned about DAOs dominating the selection of node operators in Ethereum staking pools. He cites examples like Lido and Rocket Pool, emphasizing the need for robust safeguards to prevent potential attacks and centralization. Buterin suggests encouraging users to diversify their use of liquid staking providers to reduce the risk of any single provider becoming too dominant. I guess that's a short-term fix. Hi, Binance user 7577A. Nice to have you with us. Hi, Noyon 7722. Anonymous user 1CB6E. Nice to have you with us. Paradigm criticizes SEC's approach to its lawsuit against Binance. Venture capital firm Paradigm has criticized the SEC's approach to its lawsuit against Binance. Circle reveals stance on stablecoins amid regulatory spotlight. There's a lot going on as far as regulations, or at least court cases in the US right now. Arbitrum set to extend its presence in Japan with a new partnership. Who's it going to be? Arbitrum Foundation has announced a new partnership to extend its presence in Japan. Japan's crypto tax system and adoption rates. So the Arbitrum Foundation, which supports the Ethereum Layer 2 network Arbitrum, has teamed up with Protocol Studio Fracton Ventures to launch Arbitrum Japan. This strategic initiative aims to strengthen its presence in Japan, focusing on ecosystem development and community education programs. While the exact funding allocation for this initiative remains undisclosed, both the foundation and Fracton Ventures share a common vision of tapping into the untapped potential within the Japanese region. Interesting. Georgia set to tap Ripple to advance its CBDC research. So that's Georgia Tbilisi, not Georgia, Atlanta. The National Bank of Georgia has announced that it will leverage Ripple to advance its CBDC research. Ripple and its role in interoperability and global collaboration. If you're more interested in finding out more about Ripple's role in CBDCs, go ahead and read that article when you get a chance. Congressman Patrick McHenry, Republican from North Carolina, pushes for stablecoin legislation amid looming U.S. government shutdown. So Representative Patrick McHenry, chair of the House Financial Services Committee, emphasizes the importance of federal stablecoin regulation even as a potential government shutdown looms. McHenry's committee has produced 2 major digital asset bills this year, and he has engaged in bipartisan discussions with senators to expedite legislative progress. State-level stablecoin regulation is advancing with 17 bills pending, but McHenry argues that the broader issue of federal versus state regulatory rules extends beyond just digital assets. That's a good question. Yeah, they might have to push it to the States. How Hong Kong and Macau seized $3 million from JPEGs. Uh, the tides of the crypto world are turbulent, and the recent storm surrounding the JPEX or JPEX crypto exchange stands testament to that. With an ongoing fraud investigation making headlines, authorities from Hong Kong and Macau have seized significant assets, casting a shadow of doubt over the once flourishing crypto platform. The stakeout, the arrest, the seizures, the downward spiral of JPEX. The aftermath of the operation was a raid of 3 apartments yielded cash and gold with a combined value of 8.7 million Hong Kong dollars. That's 1.1 million US dollars. That's huge. All right. US government shutdown is unavoidable now. That's not what happened. Brazil embraces the future with blockchain-based national identity program. Brazil is launching a blockchain-powered national identity system with Rio de Janeiro, Goiás, and Parana as the first states to issue these digital IDs. Alongside this, Brazil is delving into the realm of digital currency with its central bank digital currency project named Drex. Hi, Chromelu, Segal user ABB94, SBD 731, BTC Binance 42, Binance user 7577A. Nice to have you guys with us. So, Ager Hansen's shocking departure from N-Chain and the controversy surrounding rights claims. Kristen Ager Hansen, ex-CEO of N-Chain, steps down and alleges Craig Wright manipulated documents to falsely claim he's the Bitcoin creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. The controversy has intensified skepticism around Wright's claims, with the term "faketoshi" gaining prominence once again in crypto discussions. Coinbase adjusts withdrawal deadline for Indian users amidst regulatory challenges. Coinbase has extended the fund withdrawal deadline for its Indian users from September 25th to October 31st, 2023 due to regulatory issues. Despite suspending trading services, Coinbase remains committed to the Indian market, ensuring users fund security and recommending its Coinbase wallet as an alternative. Hi, Binance user 293B. It's a lot of emojis put together. Nice to have you with us. There's a lot going on, so depending on which part, you're reacting differently, right? All right. Argentina's capital pioneers blockchain and government IDs. Buenos Aires is set to roll out a blockchain-based digital ID wallet, Quark ID, starting in October. The wallet will allow citizens to store and manage their birth and marriage certificates, among other documents. The technology behind the Quark ID wallet is ZK Sync Era, an Ethereum Layer 2 protocol that ensures privacy and confidentiality. Extremian, the company behind Quark ID, plans to expand this service across Argentina. The digital ID wallet aims to simplify interactions between citizens and government services, with plans to include additional features like proof of income and academic verification. A roadmap for countrywide expansion is expected by the end of 2023. Hi, Sigaric and Crypto 2025. Nice to have you guys with us. Israel eyes blockchain technology to revamp real estate sector. The Israel Land Authority is exploring the integration of blockchain technology to streamline real estate transactions, including property registration and smart contract-based sales. Tokenization of real estate properties is being considered as a way to increase market liquidity and reduce transaction costs by eliminating intermediaries. While Israel aims for increased efficiency through blockchain, security remains a concern, requiring the involvement of trusted third parties for validation. Yep, that's the case everywhere. I'm actually involved in some real estate tokenization projects. So, hi, Binance user 32A9E. Sorry for your loss. Says his family died in the disaster, and he's a student. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully, someone's got you in chat. I really don't understand what you're trying to say. Binance user 293B for sure. That's just a lot of emoticons. FTX exploit address transfers $17 million in Ether. That's up from what we were looking at before, it seems. An address associated with the FTX exploit identified as 0x3E9 has seen significant activity conducting transfers exceeding 10,000 Ether. The exploit initially occurred, resulting in significant losses of nearly 50,000 ETH. The exploiter executed a swap involving 2,500 ETH, valued at approximately $4.19 million, converting it into 153.4 TBTC at an average price of $27,281 per token. So they just made money because of what we'll see after the show when we look at CoinMarketCap. Ethereum supply surges amid gas price decline. Ethereum supply has been on the rise as NFTs and DeFi continue to battle adverse market conditions, the future of the crypto market, and the factors influencing gas prices. So the supply is directly tied to gas prices. The higher the supply, the lower the gas prices. Is that how that works? Interesting. Hi, Binance user 1FFE5 and Binance user EF4E3. Nice to have you guys with us. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, glad you guys are here. All right, the Department of Justice wants investors to testify in the upcoming FTX trial. The Department of Justice has announced that it intends to call customers and investors to the stand in the FTX trial. FTX customer 1 and the challenges of testifying from abroad. Oh, they're going to have people online. It's going to be interesting. FTX exploiter strikes again a day after moving millions in Ether. Okay, what did he do this time? The individual behind the FTX account strain has moved another 7,500 ETH, $12.62 million. The exact details and identity behind the FTX exploit are still undisclosed. Hope they get caught. Hacked Nigerian crypto platform Patricia raises new funds amid customer outrage. Can they win back trust? That's a good question. Hi, Jamel619, Binance user FB393. Hello. Patricia, a Nigeria-focused crypto platform, is raising new funds weeks after losing $2 million in customer assets due to a cyber attack. The company converted its users' assets into a debt management token called Patricia Token, sparking customer outrage and legal concerns. Despite securing some funding, Patricia has not provided details or a timeline for repayment, leading to growing mistrust and potential legal actions from its user base. That's crazy. The $33 trillion US debt wake-up call, why Bitcoin matters now more than ever. What does Bitcoin have to do with the debt? In the event of a US debt default, confidence in the US dollar could waver, potentially leading investors to seek alternative assets like Bitcoin. Despite the temporary resolution of the US debt ceiling, the trillion-dollar debt issue persists, which may further bolster the long-term case for cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin has shown positive signs over the weekend, aiming to reclaim the 200 per day moving average after a period of consolidation. So this argument that the U.S. Is going to fail to pay their debt is interesting because the U.S. isn't even in the top like 6 or 7 countries with the highest debt anymore per GDP. That's China's above them, Japan's above them, France is above them, and I forget the others, but it's quite a few. Hi, SBD 731. Nice to have you with us. Money moves where top VCs are putting their bets now. As financial landscapes shift and evolve, crypto startups seem to defy the odds. Even with tightening liquidity and looming economic challenges, these businesses continue to gather capital at a noteworthy pace. But where exactly are the industry's leading venture capitalists channeling their funds? So let's see. Gaming and decentralization, crypto's newest frontiers. Farmville's co-creator Amit Mahajan recently raised a staggering $33 million with his sights on the burgeoning world of Web3 gaming. But he's not the only one eyeing this space. Animoca Brands, a name already recognized in the sector, pooled a considerable $20 million to accelerate the Mochaverse platform's evolution. And let's not overlook blockchain capital. They recently announced the closure of two funds totaling a whopping $580 million. So where's this money headed? A good chunk is earmarked for crypto gaming, while the rest finds its place in decentralized finance projects. Clearly, while markets might be displaying a downward trend, VCs are not shying away from putting their trust and money in these ventures. And then there's analytical powerhouses and privacy protocols. Bubble Maps, a data visualization entity, is another startup catching the eyes of VCs. Their recent seed funding round witnessed an influx of 3 million euros, approximately $3.2 million. I've actually used some of this. That's interesting. UBS strikes a deal in Mozambique Credit Suisse saga. Does Mozambique owe money to Credit Suisse? As financial trumpers ripple across the globe, UBS has demonstrated once again its knack for strategy and survival, stepping forward to finalize a settlement with Mozambique amidst the ongoing Credit Suisse £2 billion tuna bond debacle that plagued the African nation's finances. Their recent agreement, aiming to clear up the fiasco, just narrowly escaped the gavel of a looming London trial. Financial waters can get murky, but here's the breakdown of the mess. Back in 2013, loans were arranged under the pretense of bolstering projects like state tuna fisheries. Yet, as it so often happens, when enormous sums of money come into play, these loans spiraled into a default, with accusations swirling about an alleged misappropriation of vast amounts of cash. Adding to the mire, the borrowings seemed to be playing a dangerous game of hide and seek, kept hidden from the prying eyes of the International Monetary Fund and other donors. The revelation of these concealed loans, a financial maelstrom that saw backers like the IMF promptly sever their financial lifelines to Mozambique. Now here's where UBS enters the frame. A mere 6 months ago, in a move bold even for them, UBS acquired its struggling rival Credit Suisse, along with its baggage of pending legal issues. But if you're thinking UBS is footing a massive bill for the settlement, think again. Word on the street is that no cash is trading hands in this deal. Before the ink could dry on the settlement, Mozambique was all set to launch a 3-month-long trial against Credit Suisse, alleging their ignorance towards an apparent loot. Think of hundreds of millions through bribes and kickbacks from the tuna bond loans. The stakes, a whopping $1.5 billion in damages to cover economic losses after its financial supporters backed out. But wait, there's more. This isn't Credit Suisse's first brush with penalties due to this saga. They've already forked over $475 million in fines and decided to write off $200 million of Mozambique's debts last year, following settlements across 3 different nations. Yet the courtroom drama doesn't end there. Mozambique has its legal crosshairs set on Privinvest, a Gulf-based shipbuilding magnate involved in this fiasco, accusing them of indulging in a $136 million bribery act. Privinvest, however, is standing its ground, refuting these allegations and highlighting its legitimate business undertakings with Mozambican officials, including a noteworthy $10 million campaign contribution to the nation's president. That doesn't seem above board. And just when you thought the waters couldn't get murkier, an appeal pops up. Privinvest is contesting a prior ruling that gave President Felipe Nyusi immunity from this legal tussle. The judgment's basis, his status as a foreign head of state. Yet Privinvest insists on his inclusion in the trial, pointing fingers at what they've labeled Mozambique's money reclaiming tactics. Shifting gears, rumors regarding a potential U.S. Department of Justice investigation into Credit Suisse's Russia-related sanctions compliance have recently caused UBS stocks to plummet. Addressing this, UBS made it clear that they remain uninformed about such a probe and have made substantial reductions in their Russia-related endeavors. In a world where financial drama is as gripping as any best-selling novel, the UBS and Credit Suisse saga continues to hold its own, reinforcing that the business world is indeed stranger than fiction. Hi, Xafi is 42. Nice to have you with us. From corporate conmen to campaign trails, the U.S. right now. An intense legal storm brews over the U.S. skyline with corporate scandals, court dates, and political rumbles punctuating the news cycle. Amid this ever churning storm, the coming week is setting up to be a whirlwind for legal analysts, journalists, and politicos alike. Here's a critical look into what's unfolding in the U.S. and across the pond. High stakes drama in Manhattan court. SBF, the founder of FTX, now defunct cryptocurrency exchange, is going to be in court this week. As the jury selection takes place and with proceedings expected to span nearly 6 weeks, everyone is gearing up for what promises to be a courtroom spectacle. This event follows the turbulent final days of FTX, an implosion that's grabbed headlines and ruffled feathers in the cryptocurrency realm. Not to be outdone, the Trump organization is gearing up for its own legal dance. The New York Attorney General, Letitia James, has flung a civil suit its way with proceedings commencing this week. Meanwhile, a little south in Wilmington, Delaware, Hunter Biden, son of U.S. president, is set to appear in federal court over gun charges. This is crazy. The UK's parallel legal and political ballet. Shifting our gaze across the Atlantic, the UK's own share of legal wrangles and political posturing are in full swing. Paul Flowers, former chair of the Cooperative Bank, is bracing for a Manchester court appearance on fraud allegations. This case, postponed after Flowers' health issues, is one of the rare instances where senior UK-based bankers find themselves in the legal crosshairs. Political shenanigans are also rife in the UK. The country's politicians are diving headfirst into their conference season, a vital precursor to the next general election. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, never one to shy away from the spotlight, is prepping for a potential showstopper of a speech in Manchester. One has to wonder, will he dare broach the controversial HS2 topic? Sir Keir Starmer, leading the opposition, is sharpening his political image. With the gathering in Liverpool on the horizon, he's poised to position himself as the next PM in waiting. Critical eyes are also turning toward the Rutherglen and Hamilton West by-election, a crucial proving ground for the Labour Party's potency in Scotland. Good luck against the SNP. Retail and economic tremors. Back to the U.S. business realm, retail giants are making waves. Amid an atmosphere of heightened competition and increasing shoplifting, Tesco, the UK's retail juggernaut, is gearing up to unveil its financial report. As the largest supermarket operator, its strategies, profits, and cash flow revelations are eagerly anticipated. The week caps off with an eagerly awaited U.S. jobs report, and for those with a keen eye on the UK's real estate scene, housing price updates from Nationwide and Halifax are on the horizon. Sum it up, from boardrooms to courtrooms, the U.S. is in for a roller coaster of revelations, resolutions, and repercussions. Corporate underbelly meets political drama in a week that promises to be anything but mundane. So that's the U.S. and the U.K. That's interesting. Stalling or steady, the debate over U.S. job market. That's the question on the lips of everyone following the U.S. job market right now. With the anticipated slowdown in U.S. hiring for September, critics and supporters are rallying to defend their perspectives, each armed with a different set of numbers and forecasts. The ongoing tension is intensified with the Federal Reserve's monetary decisions looming over Wall Street and Main Street alike. We'll see. But expected figures for September suggest that the U.S. economy added a mere 150,000 jobs, a decline from the 187,000 jobs in August. Coupled with a slight drop in the unemployment rate, a dip from 3.8% to an estimated 3.7%, the landscape looks mixed. That's still what most countries would call full employment. Friend.tech protocol's remarkable achievements, a deep dive into its success. Friend.tech protocol has achieved significant milestones, with its revenue surpassing 10,648 ETH and a TVL of 30,165 ETH, showcasing its growing influence in the DeFi space. Operating as a decentralized social network, Friend.tech allows users to trade keys for access to private chat rooms, positioning itself as a game changer in the social media domain. So Coinbase Secure, let's see. Hi, Bali75, nice to have you with us. Crypto UA 1807, nice to have you with us as well. Hi, Japanese 18, nice to have you with us. Yep, that's everyone that joined since the last time I looked at chat. Coinbase secures major payment institution license in Singapore. Coinbase has been granted a major payment institution license by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, reinforcing its commitment to the Asian market. This achievement comes as the crypto exchange faces regulatory disputes with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in its home country. Interesting. Federal prosecutors unveil witness lineup for Sam Bankman-Fried's high-profile trial. Federal prosecutors have disclosed their list of witnesses for the impending criminal trial against Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of the collapsed crypto platform FTX. Witnesses will include aggrieved FTX customers and investors. Bankman-Fried's defense team has objected to the prosecution's proposed questions for jury selection, calling them prejudicial. The court has ruled that Bankman-Fried cannot blame FTX's legal counsel in his opening statement, but may bring it up later. The trial is set to begin on October 3rd and could be a pivotal case for the cryptocurrency industry, with Bankman-Fried facing multiple charges, including money laundering and wire fraud, which could result in decades of imprisonment if convicted. So the court case starts tomorrow. International witnesses to bolster case against FTX founder. If this is streamed live, we might actually do something on Hashed Out with this, because it's been a big story for quite some time. Former SoftBank executive launches UAE-backed stablecoin to counter inflation. Akshay Nahita unveils Dirham coins, DRAM, a stablecoin backed by the UAE dirham, targeting countries with high inflation rates. DRAM coins focus on serving the unbanked and underbanked, with plans for availability on decentralized and centralized exchanges. Interesting. Curious to see how they keep the coin stable, if they back every single one with actual dirhams or not. Attorney Deaton offers new strategy for dealing with the FCC. What is that? John Deaton has provided unique advice to digital currency companies on dealing with the SEC. Deaton's he's a lawyer. Additional strategy emphasizes avoiding cooperation or communication with the SEC, directing any inquiries to legal representatives instead. The council is rooted in the SEC's continuous confrontations with crypto firms like Ripple Labs Inc. and Coinbase Global Inc. That makes sense. And also Binance. Interesting. Former Goldman Sachs analyst and friends face insider trading charges in a multi-million-dollar scheme. Former Goldman Sachs and Blackstone analyst Anthony Vigiano and two friends are facing criminal insider trading charges for allegedly profiting over $580,000 through leaked confidential information. Christopher Salamone, one of the friends implicated, has pleaded guilty and is cooperating with the Department of Justice. Both former employers express zero tolerance for such misconduct. The SEC's increasing vigilance in cracking down on insider trading extends beyond this case, involving other professionals and even politicians, signaling a strong intent to uphold market integrity. Seems like they're both in their 20s from what I could tell from the article. Ripple triumphs with a return to Taifu TM30 crypto index. XRP has successfully returned to the Taifu trademarked 30 crypto index, a significant benchmark in the cryptocurrency market. The re-inclusion of XRP in the index is a notable development, highlighting its increased accessibility to Western traders. Despite facing legal challenges and being delisted from many exchanges in December 2020 due to a lawsuit initiated by the SEC, XRP has managed to overcome these hurdles, gaining a renewed designation and relisting on major platforms. I-81, Javid81, and Binance user 4F90C, and Merv Digital Grill. Nice to have you guys with us. Binance CEO disputes SEC claims, denying Binance.us ties to Kefu. We've talked about this a few times. Binance CEO denies Binance.us ties to Kefu amidst SEC probe. The SEC alleges loan misuse. Binance.us's cooperation questioned. Parallels with FTX and Alameda raise industry scrutiny. We'll see how that goes. FTX hacker removes $38 million in ETH, removing everything, it seems. FTX hacker's wallet resurgence raises security alarms. Ethereum's price may face pressure due to hackers' transactions. The mystery shrouding FTX hack persists, highlighting security challenges. I still wonder if it's an inside hack. U.S. government shutdown averted for now. This is what I was talking about earlier. U.S. Congress narrowly avoided a government shutdown with a measure to fund the government until mid-November. Aid for Ukraine was noticeably absent from the agreement, sparking debate and concern. The Senate voted overwhelmingly in favor of the resolution. Only 9 Republicans opposed, including Matt Gaetz, who now wants to overthrow McCarthy as Speaker. The Ukraine debacle drew a strong reaction from Michael Bennet, the Democratic senator from Colorado. The senator's short-lived delay in the bill's passage was fueled by the Ukraine oversight. It wasn't until both McCarthy and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer came forward with the promise of imminent new funding legislation that Bennet relented. Mitch McConnell, the Senate's leading Republican, while generally cautious of more support, acknowledged the urgency to back Ukraine. His promise of forthcoming aid to Ukraine adds yet another layer of intrigue to the saga. It's complicated. There's a tug of war between like libertarians and everybody else, it seems. Also uninformed libertarians. That's probably the worst kind right now. SBF faces allegations of mismanagement and political intrigue. FTX founders SBF considered $5 billion payoff to deter Trump's candidacy, claims Michael Lewis. What? In a 60 Minutes interview, Michael Lewis revealed that Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of the failed crypto exchange FTX, considered offering $5 billion to Donald Trump to prevent him from running for president. Bankman-Fried, who now faces multiple federal charges and is in detention, was previously a significant political donor, giving millions, mostly to Democrats and some to Republicans. I think I've seen the numbers. It's very much one-sided. John Deaton calls for SEC Chair Gensler's resignation. Gary Gensler, SEC Chair, is facing intense scrutiny after his recent appearance before the U.S. House of Financial Services Committee. We watched that video last week, actually, and he got hammered by members of Congress. John Deaton has openly criticized Gensler's academic background and called for his resignation. Deaton disputes Gensler's perspective on securities, particularly the idea that any asset promotion automatically categorizes it as a security. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. UBS and Ethereum blockchain team up to revolutionize money market funds. UBS Asset Management has initiated a live pilot of a tokenized money market fund on the Ethereum blockchain, utilizing its in-house service, UBS Tokenize. The pilot is part of Project Guardian, led by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and aims to explore on-chain fund activities and improve market liquidity. UBS has a history of blockchain involvement, including launching the world's first digital bond and issuing a $50 million tokenized fixed-rate note. Interesting. VanEck debuts Ethereum Futures ETF, targets long-term investors with tax-efficient structure. It's funny, we started with VanEck and their ETFs. Here we go again. VanEck has launched an actively managed Ethereum strategy ETF, EFUT, focusing exclusively on Ether futures contracts. The ETF is unique in its tax-efficient C-Corp structure aimed at benefiting long-term investors. Managed by Greg Krenzer, a veteran with over 2 decades of experience, EFUT joins VanEck's Bitcoin strategy ETF to provide futures-focused exposure to major digital assets. That's fascinating. Like traditional finance and decentralized finance running into each other. Rollbit reports $37.7 million in revenue, burns $5.25 million worth of coins in September. Rollbit has reported a revenue of approximately $37,710,207 in September across its casino, crypto futures, and sportsbook services. The company has implemented strategies to enhance the value of its roll Bitcoin, RLB, including buying and burning $5,254,012 worth of the coin in the past month. This coin burn reduced the circulating supply of RLB by 40,326,428 coins, or about 1.265%. Interesting. That's one way to do it. Hi, Aditya Kapoor, 8,808. Nice to have you with us. Our Binance user 9CF06. And Darshan Supan, nice to have you with us, as well as anonymous user AA4C5, Lee87, and 81 David 81 that I've talked about already. Nice to have you guys with us. Sarah ID 330662408. Nice to have you with us as well. So it's been a crazy day in the news, but let's refresh the page, see if there's anything new. All right, let's go to CoinMarketCap. This is the part you've all been waiting for. I can sense it through the screen, through the comments. So last I checked, Bitcoin was at $28,036. Now it's at $28,418.55, up 4.48% in the last 24 hours, up 8.81% over the last 7 days. That's a pretty big uptick over here. The global crypto market cap is $1.12 trillion, a 3.05% increase over the last day. Why? Something's not showing up here. The fear and greed index is at 47, which is crazy. The highest I've seen in the last maybe month has been 42. And that was a really good day. So it's at 47. If we get up to 50 or higher, we may be in a bull run of some sort. Maybe not the bull market itself. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. I don't know. But Ethereum is at $1,723.62, up 2.20% in the last 24 hours, up 9.55% in the last 7 days. BNB is up 1.44% in the last 24 hours, up 4.82% in the last 7 days to $218.73. XRP is at 52 cents 32, up 0.46% in the last 24 hours, up 5.29% in the last 7 days. Solana's Sol is up 22.54% in the last 7 days, up 3.33% in the last 24 hours to $23.92. ADA from Cardano is up 1.97% in the last 24 hours, up 9.74% in the last 7 days to 26 cents 79. Dogecoin is at 6 cents 347, up 1.12% in the last 24 hours, up 4.47% in the last 7 days. TRX from Tron is up 0.53% in the last 24 hours, up 6.15% in the last 7 days to 8 cents 934. Ton from Toncoin is down 4.85% in the last 7 days and down 1.06% in the last 24 hours to $2.07. Let's go look at the first, let's look at the biggest losers right now and see who they are. GMX is at $40.48, down 4.71% in the last 24 hours, but still up 19.08% in the last 7 days. Maker MKR is down 4.30% in the last 24 hours, still up 16.16% in the last 7 days to $1,484.48. Chainlink Link is down 2.78% in the last 24 hours, but up 8.55% in the last 7 days to $7.88. INJ Injective is at $7.73, down 2.25% in the last 24 hours, up 9.71% in the last 7 days. And everything else is under 2% down. Let's look at the biggest winners the last 24 hours. We're looking at Bitcoin SV. BSV is up 17.46% in the last 24 hours, up 22.36% in the last 7 days to $37.52. Rune from Thorchain is up 27.28% in the last 7 days, 11.91% in the last 24 hours to $2.17. eCash has XEC, which is up 14.32% in the last 7 days, 10.38% in the last 24 hours. RNDR from Render is up 6.44% in the last 24 hours, up 14.28% in the last 7 days to $1.72. MNT from Mantle is up 6.27% in the last 24 hours, 6.85% in the last 7 days to 41 cents 82. Optimism, always the optimist, is up 4.99% in the last 24 hours, up 15.76% in the last 7 days. Of course, then comes Bitcoin, which we talked about, wrapped Bitcoin, which is always slightly behind Bitcoin itself. Bitcoin Cash has gone up 3.88% in the last 24 hours. Sorry, up 18.40% in the last 7 days to $245.83. Followed by Gala, whose coin is up 12.75% over the last week and up 3.94% over the last 24 hours to 1 cent 518. And then everything else is under 4%. We'll do the last three that are above 3% growth. DYDX is up 3.84% in the last 24 hours, 8.26% in the last 7 days to $2.06. Stacks STX is up 13.89% in the last 7 days, 3.74% in the last 24 hours to 52 cents 71. Solana we talked about. Arbitrum is just under that 3% mark, 2.96% up in the last 24 hours, 20.45% up in the last 7 days to 97 cents 50. So there we have it. It's quite an impressive day. 3% of 3% increase of the global crypto market cap in 1 day is pretty impressive. So there's definitely something positive going on here. And if we look at this is the Bitcoin SV chart. Just a second, I clicked on the wrong chart. So if we look at Bitcoin's chart for just today, it's still growing with ups and downs. But if we look over the last 7 days, it's a pretty big jump. And we look over the year overall, it's hasn't been this high since mid-August. So September was pretty much a crash. We're getting back up to where we were before. Where we were before was about 28 to 29,000, it looks like, in that range. And the peak for the entire year was 31,474 so far. Go overall, we're not even close to Bitcoin's peak in see if I can catch this. It's not easy. In 2021 of $64,000 plus per Bitcoin. And the dollar has gone down in value because of inflation and buying power. So we can expect to hit something higher than that eventually. There may be some ups and downs before, but that's kind of what we're looking at when we look at price expectations. So that's the show for today. Feel free to like and subscribe. Liking tells me you liked the show and you enjoyed it. Subscribing tells me that you'll come back. If you subscribe, you get notifications of our next shows. So please go ahead and do that. We'll be doing a lot of interesting things in these coming weeks. So definitely subscribe. Have a great Monday. This week is going to be crazy. Talk to you guys tomorrow about the craziness and what's coming up next. Thanks. Bye.